Gosling coming to your house. Ryan Gosling gonna make out with your spouse. Whoa, Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling, yeah. Oh, my name is Ryan Gosling, and I'm here to say I'm in the Notebook, baby, in a major way. I wrote 365 letters to you. The least you could have done was maybe give me a smooch. Woo! Welcome to the Horror Movie Podcast. Thank you. That song's called Ryan Gosling, and it's Hot Mix of 102.5. Okay, welcome to the Horror Movie Podcast. Today we have the Youngsmas here, America's favorite couple.
Thank you.
Guys, thanks for coming out today. You're so glad you did. I said to you, come on down. It's going to be the Valentines week episode. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, when you said, well, what movie should we do? I said, well, I hate The Notebook, and it's romantic. And I think Grant's never seen it before. Mm-mm. I think like every movie that we end up doing on this podcast, Caitlin secretly likes it a lot. And I just end up, I don't know, just kind of...
Bashing it?
Sorry. That's the nature of this podcast. This is how it is. This is how it is. A couple teacher friends I've had before that have like creative writing classes or like, certain kind of reading classes. Kids will show up for their classes and go, what are we doing today? And then it's like, well, we're going to, do creative writing. I don't want to write today. Why are you in creative writing then, goon? Like, why would you get in that class? You know what I'm saying? Do you think I was calling you a goon?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I say some things sometimes that make me sad. So, with all that said, we had a great episode on Tuesday. That was Valentine's Day. It was a very special episode. The most romantic episode I've ever been a part of. I told the story of how my wife and I, we lost each other. Just throughout time. It was like we were lost in time.
Like The Notebook.
And no one was to blame. There was not a single person to blame. Team effort.
Joke.
Total team effort. Anyway, listen to Tuesday and you'll know what I'm talking about. We also talked about the 4 Mount Rushmore of things that I hate, that gross me out. One is mayonnaise. I hate it. I mean, it is the grossest thing to me ever. Except for the Charmin Bears ad where they're talking about toilet paper. Are you kidding me? Like, I really am to the point, and I talked about, I don't know why, but I talked about global warming to Aaron Dicer a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about, I don't want to be bashed over the head with the same trope. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we get it, and something's up with the environment. Okay, great. I'm going to try not to dump oil or spray CFCs throughout the environment. Yeah, that's great. While Al Gore rides a jumbo jet from everywhere and has 17 houses. But anyway, that's beside the point. So the same goes for the Charmin Bears. Guess what? Toilet paper, messy business. I don't need to hear about toilet paper. Why would you have toilet paper ads? Think about that. It's
Everybody needs it.
But you're going to buy it. Like, it's the weirdest thing I've ever,
But there's different brands.
Yeah, but it doesn't, it's so weird. I hate talking about, I don't know why I'm even talking about this. Because I hate Charmin, that's why I don't hate Charmin. I just hate the Bears talking about it. My gosh. Mayonnaise, Charmin Bears, Kid Rock songs. Really, Kid Rock? Oh. And the fourth thing, The Notebook. Why did I say The Notebook, guys?
Because you hate love.
No, I love love.
It's depressing.
It's too depressing. And it talks about dementia, which is so sad. 2 grannies. I have 2 grannies. They're passed away now. And one of them, severe dementia. I mean, and I don't know if you guys have had relatives with this problem, but I have. And it's like, oh, it's so sad. Now we have a whole movie based around this horrible disease. Oh. Anyway, there you go. All right, there you go. So, I keep wanting to say The Proposal.
That's a good movie.
Now, what's that about?
It's about Sandra Bullock
and Ryan
Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is her assistant, and she's gonna get deported.
Did Nick Sparks write that one too?
No.
Okay.
She's gonna get deported.
Stories.
Because he's Canadian.
because she's Canadian, and so then she persuades him to marry her, so she can stay in the country.
Otherwise, she's gonna fire him and
Goofy.
ruin his career.
Yeah. So then he agrees, and
Green Lantern tried that. It didn't work.
but no, pretty much all Nicholas Sparks ones are depressing and about someone dying or someone getting sick or
Charmin Bears. So
or
the Notebook. It's the Notebook. Let's take a look at that Notebook. Did you guys see this in the theater? It's 2004, so no, probably not. You definitely didn't see it together in 2004, did you?
No.
How long ago was 2004? 13 years now?
13 years.
12 and a half, because this is May 20th, so actually almost 13 years. Can you believe that, Phil?
I was only 12 years old.
My
when it came out.
gosh, really? I'm
Yeah.
like 3 years into my teaching career at that point.
You could have been my teacher.
Yeah.
Mr. Alterman.
Well, probably not, but probably not. Anyway, I get the drift, though. Could have coached you in something. All right, but I didn't. Your loss, because I'm the best. Maybe not the best.
But no, I didn't see it when I was 12 years old.
No, I didn't either.
I don't think your parents would have allowed you to see this movie.
There is some weird stuff in this movie. Some major smooching. And the smooching,
Was out of control.
out of control, and just, I mean, I guess people want to see that. I don't care to see Ryan Gosling's mouth all up on that, but happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Okay, so without further ado, I believe it's time for us to talk about
The Deets.
the Deets. Mr. Deeds. Not really. The Deets. Where's my handy dandy Deets? So check this out, y'all. Take it back now, y'all. We've got a movie called The Notebook by Nick Cassavetes. He's done some interesting stuff. Nick Cassavetes acted in some things. He's written some things. He did John Q. Public. Or no, John Q. is the name of it. And some other stuff. Produced by Lynn Harris and Mark Johnson. Screenplay by Jeremy Levin, based on a story by Nick Sparks. Not Nick Smarts. Nick Sparks. Nicholas Sparks. Starring Ryan Gosling, Rachel McAdams, James Garner, who I have said reminds me and looks a lot like my dad. Just saying. He does. He always has, too. Even when he was younger. Looked like my dad. Gina Rollins plays the saddest character in Hollywood. And Joan Allen is mom.
A jerk.
Psycho mom. And then James Marsden plays the role that he always plays. If he's Cyclops, he's getting passed up for Wolverine. If he's this guy, he's getting passed up for Ryan Gosling.
And in Enchanted, he gets passed up too.
There you go. And
By McDreamy.
By McDreamy.
Dempsey.
And if he's in Superman Returns, he gets passed up by Superman.
Poor guy.
He is a poor guy. Now, I will say this. James Marsden is in, currently, like one of my favorite shows, Westworld. And he's Teddy Flood, who, spoiler alert, he's a robot. It's awesome. Put the kids away for that one, though. Just saying. Put Michelle away for that one.
Okay.
You're not going to want Michelle around if you're watching that show. All right. So, narrated by James Garner, which very important. Release date, June 25th, 2004. I said I was having some summer fun. 2004, June 25th, 2004. Wow. Single jack.
How old were you?
Flying around the countryside. Let's see. You shouldn't ask a man how old he is. 25.
So
That's
you
how
were
old
our
I am
age.
now.
I know.
No, you're 26.
You guys, that was a wow. Fun summers right there. So I'm not gonna get into details.
Were you listening to some Kid Rock?
I would listen to I Want Something About Semi-Charm Kind of Life, probably. I would probably listen to a lot of Third Eye Blind and Counting Crows, because I love Counting Crows. Favorite band. Just so you guys know. If you ever want to buy me tickets to something, kind of crazy concert. Budget $29 million. Box office $115 million.
It was pretty successful.
Every teenage girl
Big time.
was going to
Teenage dream. You and me. It's like living a dementia dream. Sad. It's like a dream. We're floating through these geese. All right. Okay. Is your cyborg ready?
I don't know.
Okay.
Alexa?
See if Alexa's awake.
She's awake.
Okay.
What do you want me to ask her about?
Just say, Alexa. See if Alexa can do the plot for this movie. Just try it. Let's just practice it. Okay, folks, this episode has a fourth member of the team here. Well, fifth, counting producer Phil. Another member of the team, Alexa. Alexa Amazon is her full name. But she is the AI from Amazon. Alexa, looks like a hockey puck.
I wasn't able to understand the question.
Doesn't surprise me, Alexa. You are failing at this. You're not Cortana. You're not Siri. You're somewhere in the middle, like a hockey puck that talks. Okay, a Furby with an attitude. Ask her. Just say, see if she can get the plot.
Alexa, can you tell us the plot of the movie The Notebook?
And
I can't find the answer to the
oh,
question.
Alexa's ruining our lives. I'm just joking. Just have her tell us about the movie.
Alexa, Wikipedia, The Notebook, the movie.
That'll work.
The Notebook is a 2004 American romantic
Bingo.
drama film directed by Nick Cassavetes and based on the 1996 novel of the same name by Nicholas Sparks. For details, say tell me more.
Tell me more, Alexa. Alexa, tell me more.
Okay. The film stars Ryan Gosling and
Okay.
Rachel McAdams as a young couple who fall in love in the 1940s. Their story is narrated from the present day by an elderly man telling the tale to a fellow nursing home resident. The Notebook received mixed reviews but performed well at the box office and received several award nominations, winning 18 Choice Awards, a Satellite Award and an MTV Movie Award. The film became a sleeper hit and has gained a cult following. On November 11, 2012, ABC Family premiered an extended version with deleted scenes added back into the original storyline.
Thank you. 30 seconds is all it took.
She did it!
All right. Good job, Lexi.
Alexa, good job.
Alexa, good job.
I wasn't able to understand the question I heard.
All right.
Alexa, you did a good job.
I wasn't able to understand the question.
Yeah, whatever. She doesn't understand.
Alexa. Alexa.
Just keep talking.
Lexi.
I wasn't able to understand the question I heard.
Alexa, go to sleep. And it did. Okay. It went to sleep.
Alexa. Hello.
Okay. Alexa, just chime in whenever you want to add to the conversation, okay?
She doesn't understand the question.
We'll get her better. We're gonna get her figured out, and then she won't take over Westworld like Teddy Flood does on James Marsden. Okay, so everybody listen up. It's time for 5-point plot. Plot point number 1. Title: That's my sweetheart in there. We open up with a current day nursing home.
A depressing nursing home.
The only kind of nursing home. And I'm not saying that, folks. Listen, I have spent many a day in a nursing home with grandparents, etc. It's a rough place. Everyone knows this. We knew this going into this movie, right? Correct?
No, I thought it was going to be a feel-good movie.
Let's get out and drive around one more time, and they can't. Oh my gosh. Duke reads a romantic story from his notebook to another patient at the nursing home. You open the movie, you're not sure what's happening. You just know that Duke, played by my dad, is reading a story to a lady that doesn't look anything like my mom. Just tell him, just doesn't look anything like my mom. But so then they're whisked away to Seabrook Island, South Carolina, in the 40s. Noah Calhoun is the main character. It's played by Ryan Gosling. He sees Allie Hamilton. She's at a carnival riding a Ferris wheel with some other randomo. He literally jumps onto the moving Ferris wheel. This is a big gamble he took here. One, because he could fall to his death very easily. Mm-hmm. And I'd say in the 40s, Ferris wheels, even just riding a Ferris wheel would probably necessitate a possible death in general. We think they're pretty poorly put together now. What do you think they were made out of? I mean, they're probably held together by baler twine in the 40s. Seriously. Seriously. One more time.
Seriously.
Yeah, okay, thanks. My grandpa should have gotten out of high school in the 40s. He only had an 8th grade education. Pretty smart dude, right? Even he wouldn't have had to work at a carnival in the 40s. So this Ferris wheel that he's jumping onto so bravely, he was pretty brave to do this. He makes me brave. So he jumps on there. He asks for a date. He says, I'm going to commit suicide, basically, right?
Mm-hmm. And
he basically says, I'm just going to jump off here if you don't. Yeah.
He's hanging from the bars of the Ferris wheel.
Yeah. Never seen that before. He was not buckled in. She says, yes, we're going on a date. The next day, they're walking on the street. He says, when are we going to have that date? And then we go back to the narration of James Garner talking about how great their lives became. We instantly fell in love, and we were always together. And when we were together, we were smooching in the street.
Well, they got set up on the blind date first.
They didn't know it, though, did they?
Mm-mm.
How about that? They get
Their
set up.
Their friends set them up.
Yeah, Kevin Connolly plays his friend Finn.
Rest in peace, Finn.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was rough. They didn't really play that up very much, though, did they? Mm-mm. It was like, oh look, he's frozen in the snow, dead. Anyway, they go on a date. It's a great date, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
They go to the.
They lay in the middle of the street.
They do lay in the middle.
And dance in the middle of the street.
Right. They do, and that seals their love.
Mm-hmm.
They hit it off big time. We're transported through time, basically, over the course of this summer.
Mm-hmm. And it was the best summer ever.
It was the best summer of our lives, I do declare. And so they're having fun, making out all summer long, like an Uncle Kracker song.
They were trying different things.
They were doing different things. Anyway, so the parents, though, Allie's parents, Noah drops Allie off at the house. Mm-hmm. And Dad, mustachioed Dad, who looks like Stalin, who literally looks like Stalin. Like, I'm not making that up either.
Stalin and Fidel Castro
combined.
Mixed.
But he's got a southern accent. Really funny to look at. And it's like weird to watch. He says, well, I do declare your boy drop you off in front of the house. Well, you need to bring him on over so we can meet him.
On Sunday.
On Sunday? Okay, Dad, we'll do that. I keep dropping my iPad. I always use my laptop, and today I brought my iPad, and it's a struggle. It's a struggle to survive today. I have to keep one hand on it or it falls over. So they bring him over. One of her snobby little brothers or nephews or whatever goes, I don't know if it's rude, but
how much do you make?
How much do you make? And he's like, 40 cents a day at the wood mill.
And I'm just saving that money up.
Saving money. but they're rich. They're literal millionaires
Filthy rich.
in the 40s. Stalin or
This
whatever.
is just their summer home that they're at.
Yeah. And it's monstrous.
Mm-hmm.
So this is frowned upon, and the family does not like it. Segue to another night in the summer. They go to this old abandoned house that he wants to buy someday and fix up. And it's time.
For her to play the piano.
Oh. Yes. Play the piano, if you will. Hitting all major and minor keys, Phil. So she plays the piano. He also then... he's there. And so
He's there.
they proceed to declothe post piano playing, and it's time to
Get to know each
get
other.
the Gosling on going.
Phil's face right now.
And so imagine on Titanic the car scene where they're inside the car. Yes, Phil. Phil's never seen this movie. So they start doing things, but they get stopped by Buddy Finn, who dies in the next segment. And he says, "Look, Allie's parents."
They're
Call
looking
the
everywhere.
cops.
The cops are after you.
And so they got to get out of there. He rushes her back home. She comes flying up, and they're upset. They've called the cops, and they're worried about her. And this is the point where the walls have been put up now. We really don't want you to see this boy anymore. He seems real nice, but he's trash.
And he
Mom
can hear
literally-
everything.
And he can hear the entire conversation. Mom literally says that he is trash to her. To basically, within earshot, and he can hear it.
She's like, trash, trash.
Trash, trash, trash. And so they separate. They go their separate ways. And
And then she's forced to leave town the next day to go back home.
And she tells Finn, just tell him I love him.
Yep, she doesn't even get to say goodbye to Noah.
Finn didn't help out either because Finn's like, he's so distraught. You just need to
You
move
just
on.
need to let him move on.
Hilarious. So now they're separated.
And then Finn tells him if he wants to talk to you, he'll write you.
And he did. But she didn't know.
But her mean mom kept all the letters.
Very sad.
Her evil stepmother.
Evil.
Not her stepmother.
Well, this was a Disney movie. So that's it.
That's the
Yeah.
that's the movie.
End of the movie.
Plot point number 2. War changes everything. So Allie, Noah writes to Allie every day, but Allie's mother intercepts all the letters. Will not let him have the letters. Mm-hmm. Noah enlists to fight in World War II.
So does Finn.
And so does.
And Finn is killed in battle. Allie volunteers, becomes a World War II nurse at a hospital in New York for wounded
And she
people.
meets Lonnie.
She meets Lon Hammond. I do declare I'm Lon Hammond Jr. I'm just like your father. I'm rich, and I'm from the South. I do declare.
And
He's
I
a
want
lo-
to take you on a date.
He's a young lawyer, and he comes from old Southern money. Southern money. I do declare my KFC is delicious. So they become engaged. I'm fast forwarding quick because their relationship is fast forwarded quick, and you don't really get fleshed out. Well, bad wording. You don't get a lot of details.
And Mom is so happy.
She's
And
all,
Dad.
I'm ecstatic. My baby daughter's going to marry a Southerner, and she'll be a debutante.
And her ring's massive.
It's a great ring made of tungsten. Maybe
Probably.
Not. Probably not. That wasn't even a metal then. So everything's great. Man, they're pumped. And that was it. That's that whole plot point. Ryan Gosling was in the war as well. He comes back. Okay, so we're going to plot point number 3, doing the Charleston. Noah comes back from the war.
And he sees Allie.
And he sees Allie at the back of a bus. He's being delivered back into town. And he sees
the
Allie.
bus.
Stop the bus. We got to stop at that bus stop up there. So he
jumps off.
Opens the door.
He does not follow rules. Noah does not follow rules. He's jumping onto Ferris wheels. He is opening the door of a moving bus and jumping out of it.
He's breaking into an abandoned house.
He's rowing all over the lake. That's not that big of a deal, I guess. But, you can imagine if it were. So, his father sells the house. And then that allows Noah to buy.
His father dies.
His father died. He has the money. He uses that money to
get the abandoned
restore
house
the abandoned
all
house,
fixed up.
the makeout house, as he liked to call it.
Because Allie had told him that she wanted a white house with blue shutters with a porch that wrapped all the way around and a room where she could paint.
This is where it was at.
With
This
a
is what
view of the
hooked you on
lake.
this movie, isn't it? This is what hooked you on this movie, isn't it?
And then he made the house look exactly like that.
I know. And then Allie is excited because her and
Lonnie boy.
Cyclops Lon are going to get married, and they're looking at dress shop. They went to the dress shop, not Lon, but the girls and her and mom, and they opened the newspaper. And I do declare, inside the newspaper is a picture of Noah in front of his awesome house he built. She passes out. Yep.
Tells Lon she's got to take care of some business. And
Yes.
goes back
She
to
takes
South
off.
Carolina.
So we have plot point number 4, fixer-upper. Allie returns to Seabrook. All right, that's
Old
the town. She's from
Seabrook.
old Seabrook. And she finds Noah, knocks on the door.
I don't think it was quite
It's a
that
really
long.
big house. He couldn't hear, so she had to knock a lot. The two, they start to really hit it off again. They're talking, and the sparks start.
He says, come back the next morning.
And the Nicholas sparks start to fly because now they've talked and it's great. And she says, "Come back." He says, like you said, "Come back in the morning," and then they go for a
Boat ride
through Swan Lake.
They feed the
And they
geese.
sing, "Kiss the girl."
No, they don't. This is not Little Mermaid.
Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la.
Thanks, Sebastian. So it starts to rain.
Yes.
Of course it does, like an R. Kelly video or like a Seal video.
Like the perfect romantic movie.
Yes, and it starts to rain, and they're all just soaking wet with the rain. And
Allie says, why didn't you write to me?
and he goes, "I did write to you.
365 times.
I wrote you a bunch of letters, and I sent you 200 emails.
And
didn't
I
say the email.
Snapchatted you 15 times.
You wouldn't respond to
And
my
texted
friendship.
you and called you.
I even opened a MySpace account, even though I knew you would never look at it.
And I tweeted at you.
I tweeted all day and all
And
night.
Facebooked you.
I Facebook Lived you. And you didn't respond to any of my advances.
But my mom disconnected my service.
That's what it was. That's what it was. We ran out of data. Mom wouldn't let me get more. And so the letters never got there because her conniving mother cut them off because she didn't want her to fall in the same problems that she did. But we have apparently, the movie leads you to believe days of just a torrid smoochy boochie for weeks, Phil, months of just making out.
Phil's favorite part of the movie.
And other things beyond making out. And she's betrothed to another man.
She's a married woman.
No,
Not
she's
yet.
not. She's engaged.
She
I'm
says
just
that
engaged.
she says that she's a married woman.
Keep telling yourself that, lady. So they have a great time. Then one day,
Martha shows up.
Martha shows up.
Yeah.
Big house, remember? Big. She goes to the door in a blanket.
No, that's when
when
her
her
mom
mother shows up.
comes.
Oh, who did I say? I said Martha shows up.
Yeah, but she doesn't come to the door in a blanket when Martha shows up.
Yes, she does. Wait, Martha's the... Martha's the... sorry. Martha is the... Oh,
The war widow.
The war widow. It's a war widow. And she's very understanding. The war widow is very understanding. Mom, what's Mom's name? Not Martha. That would have been funny if Mom also would have been a Martha.
Is there her name Anne?
Anne, whatever. It doesn't even matter, does it? Mom. Her mom shows up. Rachel McAdams' mom shows up. And she basically says, you got to go back to town and get back with...
Lonnie's here.
Lon's here. He's got $1 billion. He's going to sweep you away. You don't need this gutter trash that made this beautiful 3,000 square foot house. It's perfect and has hardwood floors and has a completely revamped kitchen.
And has a room where she can paint.
It has a painting room and has apparently millions of acres that you can go. This guy's trash. He's worthless. He'll never be worth anything, even though he just created this entire house just for you. And it's got hardwood. Did I mention the hardwood floors? And it's got a geese pond in back. And it's apparently by the ocean.
And the piano.
But he's trash. He's not worth anything. You shouldn't be with him.
Enter A Christmas Carol.
She whisks her away. Mom.
Takes her to the lumber mill.
Get your things. We need to go for a ride, young lady. And they get in the old Studebaker or whatever car they're driving. And they drive to, it's a rock quarry or some smelting plant. And they pull behind a gigantic pile of rocks.
And they watch this dude.
Some dude.
Scooping rocks.
Yeah. You see that man over there?
25 years ago.
Now
He was really something to
He's
look
not
at.
much to look at now. He's like an old, craggly piece of leather with nasty teeth and an old, rotted out eye on one side. And he can't even brush his hair because he doesn't even really even have any hair. But 25 years ago...
He was a hottie.
He was a looker. Now, though, he's a hideous gremlin-type character with bad breath and a gross appetite for destruction. And did I mention he's got old snaggle teeth?
And I fell for him.
25 years ago, though, he was a beauty. He was a swan on Swan Lake. Anyway.
But I love your father.
I love your father.
I do declare I love your father. Oh, take that the wrong way. I don't wish that you were never born, Rachel McAdams. I don't wish that. Even though I'm crying right now for old Craggle Breath over there. Anyway, so turns out mom and daughter are a lot alike. I mean, a lot alike. They fall for what their parents think are the wrong people, but then in turn have cold, black hearts that are willing to shove their feelings in the back of their minds and go
marry for the rich guy.
people. Oh, gosh. I love it. All right, so she gets back to, bear with me here. She gets back to Ryan Gosling and goes, I need to go back to Lon, what's his name? Lon, Lenny.
Yeah,
our
and
dog
then
Lenny.
she gets the letters from her mom finally.
That's where the turning point, right? She almost crashes and goes head on into somebody.
Yeah, and then she starts reading the letters that Noah wrote her. And then there's no turning back.
Except turning back and going back to the house.
Well, first she goes and sees Lon.
She goes and sees Lon, and Lon gives her 3 options.
He's gonna shoot him.
I'll kill him.
Beat him up,
or
leave you
and let you do what you will with Ryan Gosling, and then he'll go swim in his money bin that he has. She chooses option 3, to go back to the Goz Master. Old Goz.
She's not gonna make the same mistake her mom made. She's not gonna marry the rich guy.
No, she's gonna suffer in this huge, gigantic, 3,500 square foot house.
Where she can paint and play the piano.
Gross, horrible, beautiful, hand-turned hardwood floors. And a revamped kitchen with a place she can paint. And a geese pond that's in front of the ocean. That's stupid. All right. Plot point number 5. The big twist. Present day, we get back. Allie, old lady Allie, realizes
That it's Noah.
this is you. I'm Allie. How long have I been not with it? And it's like the worst part of the movie where you know she's eventually going to conk back out and be like, what's my name?
Who are
Let's
you?
drive away.
I know. And he's like so excited because he's been trying to work this out of her for days. And then anyway, she eventually slips back into, I don't know who you are, Bill.
Did you call me darling?
What, you call me? Who are you? I do declare, who are you?
And then the doctor comes in.
Yeah,
Look at what you've done.
worst bedside manner ever of a doctor. He's like, don't try. Why are you trying? So stupid.
She's never gonna remember you.
Never gonna remember you. What a crappy doctor. He's not even Dr. Pepper. Next, he goes to sleep. Noah does. He's reading the letters, he's reading the book, the notebook, the actual notebook.
And then he gets sick and has to go to the hospital.
The reason she's reading this is because she actually wrote this notebook.
Yeah, she's the one who wrote it all out.
She wrote it out.
When she found out she had dementia, she wrote it all out for him to read to her so she could remember.
And then it's sad. I'm not negating, folks. I'm not negating that this is a very sad movie. And it's not. It's a good movie. It's horrible to me. It makes me so sad to think
The
about.
last 15 minutes are just
Brutal.
depressing.
My gosh, brutal. Next morning, he has a heart attack and is whisked away to the hospital where he's apparently gone for a while.
They lock her up.
They lock her up and she's sedated and she gets to sit amongst the rest of the...
Crazy people's...
Oh, well, the dimension. Never mind. Funny. All right. So... they come back together, and she goes, I don't know where you've been. What am I going to do whenever I lose my whole mind and I don't remember you?
Well, the best part is when the nurse lets him sneak out.
Yeah, she lets him sneak out. And what am I going to do? He's like, I'll be here for you, and blah, 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 blah.
Love will take us.
And love will take us where our minds won't. He crawls into her bed, folks. He grabs her by the hand. They fall asleep, never to wake up again. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? The nurse comes in back finally 18 hours later from getting coffee and finds them curled up in a single bed.
Dead.
The end. Oh my gosh. Happy VD Valentine's Day for you guys.
It's the best ending. It's the best way it could have ended.
No. It could have been a dream within a dream, and they could have woken up and been like, we're young again. Oh, I do declare we're young. Let's run around. Let's dive into Swan Pond again one last time. Like Cocoon or something.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, totally.
Nicholas Sparks wanted her to end up with Lon.
No, he didn't.
And Lon comes in and goes, I told you I'd get you, and here I don't know where that's going. But
It's the best ending because then they neither want to have to live without each other.
But what happened?
And then
I
she
would've
doesn't
loved-
have to suffer anymore.
here's what I'd loved. Here's what I would have loved. I'm not lying when I say this. They close their eyes. A slight pause. A dream sequence where they're young again. And just have them fly off into the sunset in a car like Grease. How Grease ends. At the end.
Or
And
why-
then we go, oh, they were dead the whole time.
Or why couldn't he end it right when she was remembering it?
Because
Why do you have to do the last 10
It has to show
minutes?
the pain that they were going through.
No, you just end
Yes,
it and
it
say,
does.
and just say,
Because then it
oh,
makes it
she's
all
back.
better that they died together because you
Just
understand that
say
everything
she's
ends happy.
back. That ends happy.
Yes, because they both
Oh.
are. They're both together.
I guess he wanted 25,000 girls in tears at the end of
They
this
could
movie.
have. They
The
could have
ending
ended it
makes
happy
me
by
happy.
letting them be happy. Oh, she got her mind back. Oh, we ran that dementia test. She's 100% free of dementia.
That's never gonna happen.
Real
That
death.
would have been really dumb.
That would be funny.
That would have been
She
the most
has-
unrealistic
Her
ending
blood
ever.
levels show 0 dementia levels.
We're gonna fire that doctor.
And he goes, I do declare, I quit. And then he jumps out the window to his death. He's the villain of the movie. Okay, so that's the end. The big twist at the end.
Yeah, it's a good ending.
It could have been.
You wouldn't understand.
Oh,
You're not a romantic.
I do declare, you're kind of mean.
Nicholas
right.
Sparks is a more romantic than you.
Nick Sparks. He's your knight in shining armor. What am I even saying right now? All right.
I don't know.
Goods and bads. Grant, give me one good. Caitlin, give me one good.
You can't think of anything good?
I mean, they end up together in the end.
Okay. She remembered for that brief amount of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's horrible. That's the
Caitlin,
only
one
thing
good.
that's good.
What's a good thing?
It's a great romantic love story.
That's debatable.
It is.
It's very debatable, actually.
It is.
You know, your opinion. You can keep your opinion to yourself, please. Actually, I asked you for your opinion.
Yeah.
What are some good things? It's a great romantic comedy story. No, it's a great romantic story.
Comedy.
Not a comedy. There's nothing funny
It's
about
a great
this.
romantic
Dear
love
Lord,
story.
Dear Lord, there's nothing funny about this. Okay, what's the bads, Grant?
The last 10 minutes.
Oh, that is a brutal...
There's nothing bad about that. They have
Oh
to show
my
the pain they're
gosh.
going through.
Dementia sucks.
Oh, it does.
I know, but it's part of the movie.
Can't you see a scenario where she pops out of it and she's
Yeah.
like, I'm better. I feel so much better. Then the doctor comes in and goes, let me take some blood samples.
Or end the movie when she's all better and remembering.
And then they get in the car and they drive and they fly off into the clouds. And Sandra D and whatever's face.
Grease Lightning.
Go, Grease Lightning. Go, Grease
Danny
Lightning.
Zuko.
Danny Zuko fly off into the sunset.
Chicks are green too.
At the big track meet. All right. Rate this movie. 1 bad, 5 the worst you've ever seen. Eyes melting, worst thing you've ever seen. 1 bad,
I don't think it's bad.
a 0. Okay, scale of 1 to 100 on the good scale.
100 being the best movie ever?
Oh gosh.
Or what?
Yeah. 100 is Avatar.
Avatar.
The blue people.
I hate that movie.
Me too. We can do that one next.
So
we'll
if,
do that one
if,
next. We
if
really
it's
need
the
to do that one
Notebook,
next.
if the Notebook, if the Avatar's 100, then the Notebook would be more than 100.
1 to 100. Just on an ABC scale, even.
Of like the best movie I've ever seen.
An A is good. A B is still good.
You're a teacher.
A C is average. A D is.
Oh, I thought we were doing the 1 to 100 thing.
Well,
Okay,
it is the
so-
same. No, it's the same.
Okay. Like, I get you now.
Yeah.
Like a grading
You
scale.
know, grading scale. Go,
Okay.
Grease Lightning. Go, Grease Lightning.
I mean, I would at least give it a B. Like
Okay.
in the 80s.
And 85.
Yeah, probably.
1 to 5 horribles, Grant.
Well, during the first hour and 40 minutes of this movie, I was thinking, I'm going to give this a 1 or a 2. But then the last 15 minutes
Painful.
ruined it for me. So now I'm going to give it a 4.
Oh, guys.
You guys don't get it.
Grant, you have a very big couch at home. Is your couch maybe where you'll sleep tonight after this?
No, because I have a bad back.
Oh.
We'll let him get the air mattress
that's nice
instead.
of you. Okay. What shows...
What do you think of this movie?
I'm giving it a 3. I'm giving it a 3.
Thank you.
I think...
It's definitely not a 4.
It's bad though. Like that I just don't like the topic of it. It really, to me, really is. I could say some other things. It really is like I don't know. It's like, for me, it's like biting into tinfoil. You've ever bitten tinfoil?
No.
No. If you have fillings and you've ever bitten in tinfoil, it like shocks your face.
All right.
And that's what it's like. And it's just like,
Well, if they would have ended it where you guys said they should have ended
You
it,
ready for this one?
it wouldn't have made sense. It wouldn't have
But
been
it would
the
have been
true
better.
love story.
People would have left
No, it
happy.
wouldn't have
It's like
shown the true love that
eating
they
a piece
had.
of pizza. Oh, okay, pizza. And then having to drink like
Prune juice.
30 ounces of orange juice. You ever had pizza and orange juice?
That sounds disgusting.
Some people like it.
Well, after you brush your teeth and drink orange juice
There
is
you
the
go.
worst.
That's gross. I think it's about a
The
3,
worst.
probably. There are worse movies. But luckily
There's a
they're
lot worse movies.
better. What have you guys been into lately? Shows, a game, book, whatever.
Well, we are into currently a series of unfortunate events.
Oh, on Netflix?
Yes, we watched the whole first season, and now we are currently reading them, and we just finished the 4th book, and we've read the first 4 books in about 2 weeks now.
Wow. Is the series pretty good?
Yeah.
I liked the Lemony Snicket's movie. Is it like that?
It's better than the movie.
It's better than the movie.
Who plays the character in the...
Neil Patrick
Harris
Harris is Count Olaf,
It's kind of off.
which, I mean, it's hard to live up to Jim Carrey, but, I mean, I think he does
Pretty good.
well enough.
He looks
The
the
kids
part.
are really good. They do a good job.
And they stick a lot closer to the books than
Yeah, than
the movie does.
Because they have more time to show more details in the episodes. Because the movie was like 3 books in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
They did jam-pack that all in there.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reminds me of... what's the Minion one? Despicable Me. When I think about it. For some reason. Is that bad of me to think that? That Lemony Snickets reminds me of that. Have you guys ever seen something else that's on Netflix, The People versus O.J. Simpson?
I've heard about it.
Ew, it's good. Of course, you guys.
It was on ESPN, wasn't it?
When were you guys born?
1991.
So you were alive whenever the O.J. trial was going on, but you were really little.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it very vividly.
Is that the 5-part documentary?
Well, there's a story that has actors in it. I'm thinking of the FX miniseries.
Oh, okay.
'Cause there's a lot of actors in that. But there's another one, and I'm sure I'll watch that other one too. You ever seen Making a Murderer on Netflix?
That's that show that everybody was obsessed with, like,
Dude.
at the beginning of last year.
You need to watch that. I'm not a big crime drama person, but that's like I like true stories of things like that. Anyway, it's worth watching if you're bored after your Lemony Snickets. After your Lemony Snickets, step up to some murder with me.
I'll
Well-
tell you one thing that I'm
Step on up to this murder.
Murder shows used to freak me out.
I'm
when I was
super
younger.
excited about.
murder was the case that they gave me.
24 is back.
I don't, 24 Legacy.
Yes. But no Jack Bauer.
Yeah,
so
I guess
sad day.
I stopped watching 24 after about the first season.
You need to give it a watch.
The new one?
No.
In
Because
general, just
they get better.
I had a lot of friends that are really big into 24, so I could see what that being a thing. So I like Kiefer Sutherland.
And you just get addicted the more you watch.
Well, it's Kiefer. Okay. Anything else going on, guys?
We're going to see the Lakers play the Thunder next week.
Ooh, really?
Yes. Caitlin got me at,
In LA?
no, in
Yeah,
Oklahoma City.
We're going to LA.
That was a joke.
And
At
then-
the Staples Center?
And then Caitlin got me birthday tickets for that.
Okay.
And then in a month, we're going to see March Madness again in Tulsa.
That's awesome.
That was from his parents.
That's a good present.
Yeah.
for your birthday, you got that present.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I got for my birthday?
Steak and Shake gift card.
No, I wish.
Subway? Your favorite?
The Steak and Shake gift card that didn't work.
My mom is not a thief.
Burger King gift card. $10.
Are you calling my mom a thief?
Hey, my mom bought that for me, and it didn't work. This is the school card. Got a thing to go to tomorrow. I'm kind of excited about some barbecue tomorrow. So I'll explain later. Off air. I'd hate to tell these people about what I'm doing tomorrow. All right. So, anything else? You guys have anything else to contribute right now?
Alexa, say hello.
Hello.
Alexa, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Guys, thanks for coming in today. Do you like awesome music that I've created?
Yes.
Of course.
Let's see what I got here. Let's see if this one works. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna play us out with this, Phil. Where's the little speaker on this thing? Ready? All right, guys. Thanks for coming in. Well, you know, worked. Oh, it wasn't all the way up. Kind of like Mortal Kombat.
Finish him.
Anyway, and I'm playing through a microphone, so it has zero bass. If I just would have had Phil play this, it would be really kicking right now. Oh, there's a big breakdown coming up. Wait for it. Anyway. All right, guys. Thanks for coming in today. Follow us on the Twitter at One Horrible Movie. We have a great YouTube channel with several videos on there. And check it out. Some really silly stuff. Seriously. And got some songs of mine on purevolume.com/The Horrible Movie Podcast. 4 free downloads on there. And go to our Facebook, like our Facebook page. We have a couple big stops coming up. We'll be at VisionCon in Branson, February the 24th. Now-ish. 25th, probably 26th, maybe probably just 25th. And then we'll be back at Planet Comic-Con. Not Black. All right. April the 28th and 29th. So. No. Anyway, we'll see you guys then. Come and support. And keep it rocking. Keep it rolling. See you guys.
Alexa, can you sing?
Who, me? I couldn't. I hit it. When my Wi-Fi left me, and I'm out in the rain, those last few answers were hard to obtain. But that's no excuse to put me on mute. Like a good cowgirl, I'll up and reboot.
This is better than your
It's
song, Jack.
raining in the clouds, and I ain't proud. I'll answer in the morning, answer in the evening, when you're around.
This is a pretty long song.
I'll answer in the morning, Answer in the evening when you're around.
My gosh.
Alexa.
Can you rap?
Connect, sync, link all the pieces of your life. I get it done at the speed of Wi-Fi. I'm the player, the coach, the arena, and the game. If you want something done, you just gotta say my name.